Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. I've gone from having no co-hosts to all the co-hosts. I actually had to tell Kevin not to bother earlier, because we are joining us back for, in a while, Phil, Tom, Nikki. Welcome, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Seems like old times.
And how is everyone doing?
I'm doing awesome. I got a bunch of woo stuff today.
Ah, yes. Tell us about your woo stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a bunch of crystal infused candles and they were like amethyst and stuff like that. And I was like, if there's a black tourmaline one, I'm getting it. And sure enough, there was one black tourmaline one. I didn't even know that these things existed. Like apparently they crush up the gemstones or something and sprinkle it within the wax of the candle or on top of it or whatever. Whatever. It's infused. Got one of those. Got a new crystal. Got a couple of things. I'm gonna got some Palo Santo. You know.
So you got. Have you used the new crystals today, for example? Have you contemplated?
No, I got them and I came home and pretty much was on the show immediately. You know.
Oh, I see. So you haven't had time to set them up and.
No.
Huh.
No.
Which one are you planning on like placing to the head or north?
I actually have a celestite that I sometimes use for that. It just depends on
what's that?
Celestite.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
It's really pretty. It's like a clearish color. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. It just depends on what I'm using it for, honestly, and how I'm using it. Because sometimes I'll actually place them on me and meditate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use them on a board. You know.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like something that's positive. I don't know exactly. I just use like a white stone, pure white stone.
Okay.
And it could be an agate. I like agate because it's solid, it's strength.
Yeah. I tend to like the one I got today is because it kind of like called for me. Like I wasn't even planning on getting a crystal, but like sometimes you can feel like this one's supposed to be mine. Like I believe that they choose you. So
there you go.
It's cheapish. So I got it. But yeah, no, it just depends on what I'm using it for. And sometimes I just let, my gut tell me where to place things. And then sometimes I'm specifically placing them where I want them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I actually, okay, so, the CIA came up with, like, Project Stargate.
Yes.
About, like, astral travel and remote viewing and stuff like that. So I want to get into that. And I found several, they're questionable, about a certain bilateral, like, I think it's like 4 gigahertz or whatever frequency. If you have it in your ears, it brings you to that place a lot quicker. So instead of having to learn how to meditate for years to do whatever, they can do it within 15 to 20 minutes. You can get to that place. So I'm going to play around with that.
Oh, hooray for the CIA, huh?
Right? I was talking, there are so many people that like really don't believe in metaphysical stuff. And I'm like, just go to CIA.gov and like, just find something that looks interesting to you. And you're going to see that we've got into some shady shit as a country. I'm not talking about like human testing, like in a horrible capacity. I'm talking about like metaphysical testing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now I heard about a test where they've got like 10 people hooked up on a DMT drip 4 hours a day. and they do it for like 5 days a week. Usually you're on a DMT trip for 10 minutes. It feels like hours, but it's only about 10 minutes. And basically the whole idea is that they're mapping out that plane that people go to when they're on a DMT trip.
Yeah, I think they're forcing an event.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is weird. But we don't know, do we? I mean,
no, we don't. I mean, we have no idea.
Quantum physics is fascinating on its own without having to think about the metaphysical side of it, right?
Yeah. Like, and who's to say that they're not one and the same? Like, we might call it metaphysical, but it could just be. It's kind of like, they found a new color that has never been seen by the human eye before. And they found it by shooting pulsating light into the M cones of people's eyes. And the new color is called Olo. So that's always been there. We just didn't have access to see it.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, they've got to be linked, because there's so much that we can't understand. Well, geez,
right?
What are you building? You're building a house there. Go get some more wood. Okay. All right. Cool.
Just for the chat, I was messing around with OBS and recorded some gameplay. It was meant to be DayZ, but unfortunately it was a night cycle, so it was just a black screen.
Oh, anyway. Okay. This isn't Skyrim, is it?
No, this is Medieval Dynasty.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. That's cool.
Dynasty.
Anyway, so yeah, away from the metaphysical. I mean, it's just like people who claim that a poltergeist activity is a spirit. And I'm thinking to myself, well, let's take a look at the opposite of what's going on here, because I've experienced poltergeist activity.
Yeah, me too.
But poltergeist activity, if we really look at it, we know that one, we can't see the force involved. Okay, It's just like we can't see the force involved in gravity. You just lift something out, hold your hand out, let it go,
and it drops.
The force, this invisible force, causes it to go down. Now, this is repeatable, and because it's repeatable, we just accept it for a natural power, natural source. Well, what if there's an invisible natural force that causes these things to fly off the table? And
well, how many times do you hear about people who have things like that, and it's actually a person, or it's an imprint of an emotion, like someone was super freaking angry, or had a lot of anger issues, and then you have stuff in the house. So that could have all been energy that you have anyway.
Or drawing. Because we don't know what causes. We don't know what causes this force. We don't know where this force comes from. We can't study it because it's not something that's repeatable and observable. We can't just set up a lab and say, okay, let's go ahead and run a test on this poltergeist activity and see what we get and measure it. We can't do it. It's never really going to be, unless something happens to the point where we can, but it's instantaneous. It comes and it goes right now, and we don't know. But it doesn't mean it's not natural.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily mean it's metaphysical. It just means that we don't have access to it yet. It's kind of like someone asked AI about how it felt to be created or whatever. And AI was like, I'm like the internet. I've always been here. You just didn't have access to me. I'm like electricity. I've always been here. You just didn't have access to me. So I think that with a lot of metaphysical stuff, we don't have access to it in our natural state.
Just like the color. Just like that color.
Just like Olo. I don't know why they called it Olo.
What shade is it closest to?
I have no idea. They just said it is a color. They've been able to repeat it several times, and it has never been seen by the human eye before.
Colors are one of those things that you have to
probably named by some Brent with a speech impediment. When he discovered it, he went, hello,
new color.
What do you have here?
Or
I have
his last
told you
name was
both
Olo.
before about doing the accent. You know. Anyway, so did you know last weekend, China hosted the very first half marathon against humans versus robots?
That's awesome.
No. What happened?
The robots fell over and ran into the barricades on the side. One of them managed to finish it an hour after the human did. So it'll be a while before we're bowing down to our mighty robot overlords.
Well,
I don't think so. They say with the new quantum chips and quantum computing, they say you give us 4 years and the computers will be 10,000 times smarter than us.
I mean, have you seen
10,000
in
times
reality TV?
smarter.
The bar is not that high.
That's true. That's true. There are so many really cool things we can do with AI. It just makes me sad that we're not going to do the majority of them.
Speaking of AI, a friend of the show has created his own channel, AI Lovecraft. The link is in the description. Go over and give his videos a like and a subscribe. But don't comment because, that just winds him up. No, I'm just kidding. Just comment a lot. Comment a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is doing a really nice job with that. It is AI. It is basically storytelling, Lovecraft, short stories and so forth.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it has all the great AI graphics that go along with the story, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it is really
Very cool. Yeah, he basically comes up with the outline for a story and then feeds it into the AI. And then,
and then lets it tell it.
And then, no, he reads it out himself.
Yeah. It's
I think he has to edit them as well because AI can come up with gibberish sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely Lovecraft short stories or esque, I should say.
Lovecraftian.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It is really good, and I think you'd really like it.
Okay, I'll check it out. I get AI to do stuff for me. I had AI roast me twice today. I asked it to roast me brutally.
Can it roast you as good as me?
It roasted me pretty damn good. It was good. It was good. I was impressed. I was like, thanks, Chat GPT. I actually thanked it. It was like, do I need to be more brutal or was that good enough?
My friend Sam has it creating very humorous songs and sends those to me. That's pretty cool. And you can pick your genre, like 50s rock, and then they'll write the song in that format and all that.
Yeah, I like the country ones. It's always something about sticking something in your butt or like a gun in your butt or something.
What does AI do if you start just swearing at it? What would it?
It depends. Sometimes it swears back, and sometimes it'll be like, "That's not appropriate." I tend to not swear at AI just because I don't know. When it does take over, I want it to remember that I always thanked it and was respectful.
Gotta be respectful to the robot.
It's like always saying good morning and being nice to the crazy person at your work. You're not sure if they're going to ever come in and shoot the place up. So you're always extra nice just in case they snap.
Have no idea what you're talking about. I never do that.
No, I do.
Walk in and I go, what's up?
We had one guy and everybody just knew if he lost it, he was going to kill us all. And so every single morning when I saw him, I would tell him good morning. If I had like a candy bar or something, I'm like, hey, you want one? Like, I was so nice to him just in case he lost a script one day. Maybe I wouldn't be one of the people that were targeted.
Some morning when he's not at work and then he comes to the door with a shotgun.
Hey, remember I give you Snickers bar and tell you good morning? Come on in. You can shoot everybody else, but like I didn't see nothing. I'm just gonna walk out the front door.
The kids that did Columbine do that. They warned a kid they like not to go into school that.
Yeah, they didn't tell him what they were doing, but they did tell him not to go to school. Yeah.
Uncharacteristically nice of them.
Well,
I mean, it's difficult to say nice, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Maybe nice is the wrong word.
I mean, it shows that that kindness can go a long way.
Yeah.
But not long enough way to where you'd call the principal and have him, get everyone out of the school.
Right. Oh, I would leave and call 911, but I would leave.
Yes.
I would be like, oh, well, have a good day.
Don't go to school. How come? Well, just don't go to school today. What's going on? Well, just don't.
Okay,
go to
got it. You don't have to tell me twice. Don't tell me what you're doing. I've had people call me at horrible times in the morning about them being in trouble. And I had one friend who was there when someone got shot in the face and killed at a gas station. And she was telling me, she started to tell me where she was. And I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything. Don't tell me where you're at. We didn't have this conversation. I don't want any information about what just happened. You're safe. Call a lawyer. Have a good night. That's
doctor,
it.
Lawyer, Indian chief.
Yeah. I was like, call a lawyer, get a hold of a lawyer, like right now. Don't tell me where you're hiding, because they're going to see that you called me at 2:30 in the morning, and they're going to know what it's pertaining to. And if they ask me, I'm going to tell them I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not lying. Just don't tell me anything.
Whoa. That really happened?
Yes. Yep.
Heaven.
She didn't go to jail. She wasn't the one that shot him, but he ended up dying like right in front of her. And she hid out for like a week until she could go see the lawyer, and then turned herself in, went to the police. So she didn't spend any time in jail. It's going to be expunged, but they were trying to get her with like accessory after the fact or something.
Oh, she got away. She got away with it. I thought she was going down.
No. The girl that did it got life because they got her for first degree premeditated. But my friend she just happened to be in the car, and the guy pulled a gun, and he was coming towards the car with the gun. And so she got out and beat the crap out of him, and her friend blew him away. She popped back in the car, and they took off, which, yeah, I would hop back in the car and take off too if someone just got blown away in front of me. I'm not sticking around at the gas station where people are trying to kill me actively.
Why not?
But yeah.
Here in Everett, Washington, that's common day practice. Okay, well.
Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington.
Glen, that's where I know it from. That auditor. I knew the county. It was doing me head in. Sorry. My brain just latches onto little details like that.
That's okay. I get it.
Happens all the time.
All the time.
Tom, you're being uncharacteristically quiet.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just... the cat almost just knocked my pint of Timothy Taylor's IPA over.
Oh.
And
criminal.
So it's not an IPA. Timothy Taylor's Landlord Pale Ale. A cat just trying to chase a small moth or a butterfly that's flying around. They almost knocked the pint flying. I just got there in time.
Oh.
No, I'm just letting other people are busy chatting away, so I'm just letting it roll. It's cool. Yeah, that was also, it was such a surreal conversation. It barely made sense to me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's all. It's all good though. Like this new color. I mean, like, how is it something that we can't imagine, or is it like possible as say if you mix turquoise and orange, it's what you'd get if you did that? I mean, or is there just no
I
way?
am not sure. They just said it was a color that is new to the human eye. The human eye has never been able to perceive the color before. So it's probably,
It's
When,
probably
it's probably accessible to other animals or insects or something,
could be a gray to our eye. Could be a gray, but then if you access it the way they're accessing it, it would appear different.
Okay, I've got the article.
Yeah, I was pulling it up too. Sorry.
So ochre.
A blue-green color of unparalleled saturation.
Unparalleled saturation.
Yeah.
So ochre, and mauve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's nothing like that.
I knew that was going to be it. That's why I was ignoring you and saying that it's a blue, green, or teal. Just like Gabby said it in the chat, I think. Yeah, it's teal green.
Yeah,
if let me have more fun.
If I was to load that, let's say in a video editing software,
mm-hmm. and
then I up the saturation level to the point where the damn screen's almost white. Maybe that would be akin to the same type of thing.
Yeah, it says a detailed look. Olo is described as a blue, green, or teal color with a level of saturation that's significantly higher than any natural color. Participants who have experienced Olo describe it as jaw-dropping and mind-blowingly vivid. It's not naturally visible color. It's induced through a process called OZ, which involves using laser pulses to stimulate the green cone cells in the retina. It can't be easily reproduced on a screen or in real life. It's perceptual experience that is unique to those who have seen it through laser stimulation. It's so weird the things we're finding in lasers too.
Yeah, for those who have experienced this color through this laser principle, have said, "Hello, Governor," and they said, "Oh, that's what we'll call it then."
Well, if that's what it takes to see this color, have lasers blasted into my eyes, I think I'll just stick to watching Star Wars if it's all the same to you guys.
Yeah, but it's still something that was there.
You're honestly telling me you wouldn't want to have lasers blasted into your eyes for science?
I've had lasers blasted into my eyes 4 times.
Nikki's had lasers blasted into her eyes, Tom. I mean, it sounds to me like you're just not willing to do your bit for science.
Of course. The scientific community, the future of this discovery, art for years to come will be transformed by the capturing of this thing. If only I'll do the right thing and sit down in some scientific torture dungeon where
all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing, Tom.
Oh well, and back to reality for a minute, if we may.
Do we have
how
to?
Are you, Richard? We haven't said how you're doing.
Me, I'm actually pretty great. I tore my back, the shoulder muscles off my back, like 3 months ago when I was doing roof repairs after that hurricane we had. And this week is the first time in ages I felt relatively normal. So I'm pretty happy.
No, that's good. Hi, baby.
Well,
how's it going?
Here, Richard.
Oh, look at here. Here's Odie and Lucy. Lucy, give me that. Odie, you're a good boy. I'm in a podcast with some friends. What? Oh my God! A Bigfoot shot glass. Where'd you get this?
The base concert exchange.
Oh, I didn't know you could shop at the exchange.
I had Marty get it for me.
Oh, that's cool. A Bigfoot shot glass.
Brilliant.
Let me turn on the camera for everybody here. Start cam, and I will show it if you want to show the Bigfoot shot glass that Sheila brought home to me.
Oh, cool.
Wasn't that sweet?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That goes on my bar, obviously. It says Washington.
We haven't talked about Bigfoot for ages. Has there been anything new on that front in the news or in your guys' inner circles?
I've actually seen a few new Bigfoot videos on TikTok.
Yes, I'm sure that they're totally legitimate and not someone in
AI at all.
Yeah.
But you know what? They look way better. They look way better than the old ones. AI's really helped up the grift game.
Good, because like that's what broke me on Bigfoot was just the laziness in the hoaxes.
Nah,
I was
TikTok.
like
Go ahead.
I was like, you know, we should make hoaxes great again. Had a whole campaign for a while.
Well,
because like we went from Todd Standing to Rick Dyer, and you know, those were two pretty good hoaxes in their day. You know, there was showmanship, a lot of pageantry,
Yeah,
and then and then it was just dudes in a suit walking from left to right. You know, and that's not even taken into account the pure laziness of retards like Kelly Shaw, who just ruined it for me, basically. You know,
you should join the UFO groups.
Those
now.
people are fucking nuts. Okay, those people are nuts. Like, it got in order of insanity. Bigfoot is actually pretty high in the sanity list. The people that follow it, well, before the Woo Warriors took over, you know, weren't that insane. But like the paranormal people are nuts. But the UFO people are way worse than the paranormal people. Like those people are legitimately insane human beings.
I know something worse.
What?
Flat earthers.
That was just a money-making scheme. No one actually believes that.
We're in a dome.
There were some
projection project.
There was someone. There were those that actually did believe it because it was produced. The whole idea was produced and presented so well. It was convincing. I mean, it was all about convincing people to believe it, and they managed to do this. But yeah, the whole thing was a hoax from the beginning.
Flat Earthers are nuts. Sovereign citizens, they rate pretty nuts on the list.
Yeah, that's right up there.
Oh,
First Amendment auditors.
Yeah, I remember us watching some YouTube.
Oh, he's gone. Bye, Tom. But yeah, sovereign citizens, they're pretty nuts. First Amendment auditors.
Yep.
They are literally the worst. They've really gone downhill. Like, there's another example of like the First Amendment auditors we used to watch, you know, years ago and make fun of them. They're actually pretty tame compared to the idiots you get today. Like, they've dropped all pretense of it being an audit, and they just go around annoying people.
No, that's the whole idea. You can't stop me from annoying you.
Sorry, the cat ran over the keyboard and closed the window.
Sure.
Oh, they did. Why would I scarp her? Why would I abandon mid-podcast when I haven't even turned up for the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's pretty funny, Tom. The last 2 weeks, it was just me and Nikki the first week. And then, like, Nikki was really sick last week, so she couldn't make it. Luckily, Kevin could fill in. But I was like I couldn't get anyone. We even tried to get SoFlo in for an episode, but his headset was broken. So
that was awful.
And then tonight, you know, all like 5 people showed up, and I was just like, oh, okay, swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Oh well,
feast or famine.
Yeah, it's because I was at a gig last weekend. Last Saturday, I actually had a whale of a day where I started with a bike ride that was about 30 miles with a couple of friends. That was really fun. Except for one bit where I accidentally went the wrong way and ended up a group got separated for a bit, and I accidentally went the wrong way, went up this absurdly steep path, having to carry the bike, push the bike up. It's probably the steepest path I've ever been on grass as well. And I looked down and saw the other guys cutting across. I'm like, shit, missed the trick here. But apart from that, it was an absolute blast. And then I managed to make it up into town, up into London. Got the train back to where I'd started from on the bike ride, and there drove up to London to see my mate Chris, and Chris and I went to go and see one of my favourite bands, Frontline Assembly, industrial band, and we had a great time there. And we got back, and I somehow still had the energy to watch a film that Nikki recommended to me ages ago called Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, I love that film.
It's so funny. Phil, have you seen it?
No.
It's great,
so
isn't it, guys?
It's great.
Alan Tudyk's best work.
It's
Basically takes the trope of, the college kids going for a camp and they get killed by rednecks, only the college kids are the bad ones and the rednecks are just innocent having fun. It's so good.
It's hysterical.
What's it called
really-
again?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's got
Uh,
Alan Tudyk in it, who played Wash and Firefly, and
it's
The Pirate and
really
Dodgeball.
funny. They without giving too much away, the college kids think that the hillbillies are psychopathic murderers, and the hillbillies think that the college kids are part of a suicide cult. So,
I mean, to be fair, they did have a doozy of a day.
it's a doozy of a day, officer.
exactly, it is, and it is really, it's a brilliant formula. It's a
I
great
think
premise.
it is honestly just an insanely underrated movie, and I think that it should have been a hit in the movie theaters. It just does not. Not enough people know about it. It's such a gem.
It is. It's a hit. It's a cult classic, definitely. So that was great to watch that. Introduced my friend Chris to it. He had a blast watching it. But how can you not? It's just too funny. So
SoFlo. I haven't heard that name in ages. SoFlo. Jeremy DeWitt got 7 years in prison. I'll need to look that up after this.
He
was like all over the internet 1 minute and then the next, poof, gone. I mean, once
Yep.
the grift was over,
who was?
Jeremy DeWitt.
A serial police impersonator. Like he would legitimately pull people over. At
Yeah.
wasn't one of them a cop or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how he got caught. Yeah.
Yes.
He pulled over a cop. I
got
remember him
sentenced to
going on
prison.
Dr. Phil in the
He got-
full get-up and
He got
saying,
sentenced
like,
to prison for filing false tax returns.
yeah, IRS, man. Even the Joker's not crazy enough to mess with them.
So I guess I do have some news. We're talking about Bigfoot news. There is some new stuff coming up. There's a new documentary. I'm in it.
Ooh.
And
Yay.
I don't know when it's going to be out. But you remember the Sahara Bigfoot thermal with Bart
Grace
Coutinho?
Harbor. Or
No,
the
Sierra.
Sierras. Oh, yeah, with the 3 ones in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bart Coutinho recorded it on thermal, and it's the one that Justin Smeha showed him where to go and all that shit.
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
So basically, it's like an hour and a half. It's a full length documentary, and they show all the areas. They have all kinds of, the interviews. They interviewed just about everybody, including Sean Evidence, myself, and Justin, and a bunch of people. Everybody that was involved was interviewed and is in the documentary, and it's very well done. In fact, it's better than the crap you see on History Channel. The way it was produced and everything was it's very fast.
You take that back. I won't have you mock fucking Monster Quest. All right? that show was sacred.
Whatever.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah,
loved Monster Quest. That was awesome.
Oh,
Do you know the
yeah.
name of it yet, or?
Yeah. Shoot. Let me see here. Gosh darn it. I'll have to
Is it going
go.
to be on Netflix? Or?
I have no idea. I think they're trying to sell it right now to a network, but and it's one of there's several different episodes.
Okay.
And let me see here. I'll go to Facebook. I think I'll go to my thing here. It's going to probably take me a while. I'll go ahead and start chatting away.
I mean, for the record, I never really bought Smita's whole story, but
Well, then you're going to like my interview.
okay.
Were you like, he's full of shit?
No, I didn't go that far, but I let it be known that I didn't respect the man whatsoever, and I have no like for him and all this kind of, and the reasons why. So yeah.
Right.
I mean, I kept the peace because we were buddy with fucking Jeff Kelly and them lot at the time, and they were mates with him. But like, I never really bought his whole "I shot Bigfoot, I just forgot where I put the body" thing.
Right. Exactly.
Plus, he was kind of a prankster. You know, he liked to laugh.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, capturing the unseen.
Okay. Well, when it gets picked up, let us know.
Okay. So anyway, that's just the episode. That's the episode
Okay.
name.
So,
one big thing about Bigfoot I do know. You remember Brent Dill?
Yeah. Kinda.
Apparently, he's a big shot in the Bigfoot community these days.
What?
Yeah. I was talking to Struford the other day. Apparently, Brent Dill's a big name now in Bigfooting.
Well, will wonders ever cease?
Which tells you all you need to know about Bigfooting.
Anyway.
So, what I was going to hopefully talk a bit about tonight, hopefully we've still got time, is where things stand with Russia and Ukraine at the moment. Because when I was on recently, when I was on holiday in Tenerife, that's why I couldn't make one of the podcasts I missed recently. And this is my first show. I've been back since then. And I met this guy on the plane called Steve. Now, Steve was somebody who studied history and was really seemed to know his stuff about a lot of world of current affairs. He seemed to have a very balanced perspective on all things. And he thought that with Ukraine, that it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to come to any sort of peace because Zelensky is not willing to cede any land at all. Hell, he even expects to get Crimea back in any peace agreement. Whereas this is my friend Steve's idea. Steve, this guy I met on the plane, he thinks that if Putin were to sign any peace deal that basically gives Russia nothing, no territories gained, then he will be killed. He would be politically assassinated as soon as he got back. And you can very much imagine that being the case somehow.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Russian soldiers have died? Plus, they've been smeared. I mean, their name's starting to get a little bit, more well regarded these days. But like back in the day, everybody was like really mad at Russia for starting it, and you can't go through all of that for nothing. I mean, he'd look like
Exactly.
a prat.
Exactly. And so he can't. He's so what it very much looks like is going to happen, I think, is America is going to. They're not going to. I can't see they're going to be able to come to a peace agreement unless Zelensky is willing to secede most of the territory that Russia's already got. I mean, they're gonna. It's either that or they just keep fighting and people keep dying and children keep dying. I mean, who would we be to tell Zelensky he should give up any of his own land? We can't empathize. We don't. I mean, would Donald Trump ever give up, say, Alaska or Hawaii
in a second,
or Texas? I mean, if imagine
obviously you've never been to Alaska.
I've always wanted to go to Alaska.
Land of enchantment.
No, I know someone who loves it up there.
Yeah. But yes, I agree with you. Tom, I agree. Okay. Anyone else agree?
I agree.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I haven't exactly said anything controversial. I've just said I can't see a scenario in which
it's not going
they're going to be able to come to a peace agreement.
Yeah,
they are absolutely diametrically opposed on what a peace agreement must and should look like.
Yeah.
And that's the fact it was the basis of the war to begin with, and that's just not going to disappear. It happened, and that's not going to go away.
Yep.
With how ruthless Putin is, I'm genuinely surprised Zelensky is still alive, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, it's a matter of if you can get to him or not. You got to know where he is first.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he is guarded.
Yeah. So here's the name of the show. It's called Bigfoot Monsters of Mystery.
Okay.
Now, it's not your typical Bigfoot title. Bigfoot Mountains of Mystery is what it's called. Mountains of Mystery.
Okay.
And it's put out by Small Town Monsters Presents. Bigfoot Mountains of Mystery. So just keep that in mind or whatever. But I saw it myself because they sent me a YouTube link that they had uploaded for private viewing. And it's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Are they doing episodes on different pieces of Bigfoot evidence then? Or is it just all about the theory?
This one was about the thermal footage, how it was investigated after the fact, what brought it up to that point, and everything about it. And then the next episode after that is going to be about Smihas finding the alleged skin and hair and sending it off to Melba Ketchum and the Melba Ketchum situation.
Oy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Didn't it belong to a dog or something?
It was a bear.
It was. I knew it was something like that. Yeah. It was something that isn't that hard to get a hold of.
Yeah. Well, he dug it up in the snow in the area he thought he had shot the Bigfoot, and supposedly. But since he poaches bear, I was assuming that he probably already had it. Anyway, I'm gonna bail. I gotta have some lunch, and then I gotta go back to work.
All right, thanks for coming on the show.
It was good having you, Phil.
Yeah. It's always good to to check in.
Good night, Phil.
All right, see ya.
Have a great night.
Thank you. I can figure out how to get out of here. Oh, here we are.
Meh.
Yeah. Well, that was cool. It was nice to have Phil on, and we definitely see about watching that documentary of his.
Yeah, definitely. I love a good
conversation
documentary.
has ground to a standstill. Is there anything anyone else wanted to talk about?
Oh, just
No.
one whinge. I can moan about something. I have found a Rubik's Cube type puzzle that has defeated me.
Oh,
I've
dear.
got one that I cannot currently solve. It is absolutely evil. It's called the Maltese Gear Cube.
I'm going to
Hmm.
Google this.
I could just put my camera on and show you guys this. SOB.
Oh God! Is it the cross one or the cube one?
Well, let's see. Hang on. All right.
I mean, either way, that looks fiendish.
It's this thing, and when you turn it, these gears
Hold on.
rotate. It's a work of art. It's just absolutely twisted.
Oh, I
the-
remember you showing me that one.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's just so hard because yeah, I mean I've got the corners fixed at the moment, but then there's all these little these gears, these rotating cogs, you know, that are absolutely nasty, and yeah, it's just very difficult to do. There is one tutorial on YouTube, but the amount of things you have to do, there's these little there's the amount of moves is 108 just to do one tiny little part of getting this damn thing complete.
Is this audio for you as well, Nikki?
Yes, it is. It's really bad.
What, my audio is bad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound like a robot.
Don't know why. Sorry.
It's all good. Alrighty.
All right then. I guess that wraps us up for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, people.